And we're back in the Edmondson Home Music Studio. Thank you for dropping in again. This is the second video in a series about conducting. The first video was in 4/4 time. 4 beats in a measure, the quarter note gets 1 beat. Let's just do a quick review. We hold the baton with our thumb and index finger, and the other 3 fingers are just kind of flapping there. They're not sticking up. Don't have your pinky up. And beat 1, we give the prep beat, and that's the preparatory beat that you would inhale and to allow the winds to take a breath if you're going to start playing on the downbeat. 1, and then go to the left. Remember, I'm facing you. 2, and then to the right. 3, and up. 4, down, left, right, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Add the left hand. A little bit of and the dynamics. And bassoons, quiet down a little bit. Bring it out. Violas. And there you have it. Good. Now, what if the music started on a pickup note? You would have to give a preparatory beat on beat 3. Then 3, and then you'd play. All right? And anytime there's a preparatory beat, inhale 2 as an indicator. Today's lesson is on, we're going to be conducting in 2. And also I wanted to just remind you about several points that I mentioned in the first video. First thing is to have proper posture, and you wouldn't stand up. Again, I'm seated because of the level of the video, and make sure your feet are securely on the podium. You don't want any catastrophes of falling off. So correct posture, straight. Don't be crouched over. Stand up straight. I reviewed the baton grip already, and make sure you do the head sweep. Make sure all your instrumentalists are ready and nobody's music's falling on the floor and so forth. And the ready position, the horizontal and the vertical plane. And internalize the tempo that you want to take. Think of the tempo before you give that upbeat, the preparatory beat. If the tempo you're thinking of is 1, 2, 3, 4, then your preparatory upbeat would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's at a slower tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always internalize the feel of the music before you start your musicians. And again, this is all found in the Tony Maiello conducting book. And the points that I just went over are actually printed on this page if you want to take a screenshot. Very good. Now, conducting in 2, it's quite simple. Just think of a backwards J. So it's down, and there, of course, I'll do it in slow motion. There's a little bounce at the bottom, and then up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Marches are written in 2. Do you know why? It's because you have 2 feet. So that each foot comes down on beats 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. American marches are usually 120 beats per minute. Scottish marches are 82. As you know, I'm also a piper. And just think of Scotland the Brave. That's about 82. They're slower. Now, there's an American composer that's very well known, and his picture is in the front of our music room. Visualize this. And over on the right, and it's John Philip Sousa. He's an American composer, and he was very, very well known. And he's also known as the March King. That is his nickname And he lived between 1854 and 1932, and marches were all the rage in America until jazz took over. And he began his musical career playing the violin. And then he joined a theater group and joined in the pit orchestra, where he learned to conduct. He directed the Marine Band for 12 years, the United States Marine Band, and he developed the sousaphone with J.W. Pepper. Now, J.W. Pepper is the company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where we get a lot of our music. And one of his most famous marches is Stars and Stripes Forever. And Stars and Stripes Forever became the United States National March. And it's well known. You'll recognize it. I'm going to push a recording of it, and I'll try to get with it, and let's conduct together. All right? So bring your baton up, do the sweep, and I'm going to push the button. With any luck, this will work. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. First section was repeated. There's the B section. Change in color, change of instruments, change of dynamics. And I'm going to pause this here. You can find this on YouTube. You can certainly do more conducting to it. I also want to tell you about a Maine composer. His name is R.B. Hall. And some of you know my husband. And I worry about his hearing sometimes. I asked him to print out a picture of R.B. Hall, and I got Arby's at the mall. Yeah, that's our joke for today. So, R.B. Hall, the music of R.B. Hall sounds very much like John Philip Sousa. He was a contemporary of Sousa. And R.B. Hall is special because he's a Maine composer. He is from Maine. His name is Robert Brown Hall, and he lived about the same time, 1858 to 1907. He was born in Bodenham, and he died in Portland. And he spent most of his career in Maine, never living anywhere else. His music has traveled the world, and he has also conducted the Bangor Band. And the last Saturday in June, every year, is officially designated as R.B. Hall Day, and bands all over the state play his music. And even though marches were on the rise during that time period with R.B. Hall and John Philip Sousa, a good many of them were arranged for marches, but they were also arranged for orchestras. And don't forget, John Philip Sousa began as a violinist. So I thought that was a very interesting fact. And for the next tempo session, we are going to play a march by R.B. Hall, arranged for orchestra. And I finally did get a picture of R.B. Hall, and this is what he looked like. I don't have an example of his music today, but if you look him up on YouTube, I'm sure you can find. One very popular march of his was Independence March, and there was another one that had Bangor in the title. I can't recall it right now. But so practice your conducting in two, and to the music of R.B. Hall and John Philip Sousa. Send me your videos. Email me. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye.